to roll. It's time to roll out the barrel. Roll out the barrel today. Hey, finally done with night shift? What's up? I'm just getting ready to go on. Oh, that camera's a little bit fickle. All right, we're going to change this a little bit. Crisp, how's it going? Flip the script. Come on. Back here and open to there. There we go. Jill Bruner, how are you this evening? All right. The best Bruner has arrived. I wonder how he feels about that every time you say that. I guess it is what it is. DVA, good evening. KC Royals, cool beans. Ish, good evening. JGAT, what's up? All right, we stopped off last night with Starbucks. And I don't know where my book is. There's my book right there. Ready to roll. All right. Gringo, P11, what's happening? Let's take a look at Aflac, because Aflac is on my list and it is circled for Tuesday. AFL. Doesn't that look lovely? You're probably looking at it thinking, what does he mean, doesn't that look lovely? She's being a PIA today. I don't think I want to know what that means. Joe Gatt, how you doing? All right, Aflac. I like Aflac. It's been in business for over 100 years. They are a dividend king, so why not? The high was 115. The bottom, 74.89. Last year, it was 81.40, and now it's 108. Look at the movement. Nice upward movement. She pulled back. Now she's turning to go back to the upside. Apple does have a nice dividend. We'll take a look at Apple a little bit. Let me write it down. We'll take a look at Apple in a little bit. Okay, 108.75. The 109 is going for 55. Doesn't quite make it. So I'm going to say no to Aflac for this week. Crossed off the list. Home Depot. Home Depot. Gotta love Home Depot. Been around for over 100 years. Look at that movement. Here's the high. The high of the year, 421. The bottom of the year, 286. Look at the movement. Up, down, back up, back down, and she's turning around right here about a week or so ago and going back up. Salman, how are you today? CVI. CVI. Is that Caribbean Virgin Islands? Oh, whatsoever. Let's take a look at Pfizer. PFE. Pfizer. Gotta love it. Oh, the Candyman just joined in. Candyman. Sorry, Luke. I don't do cryptocurrency. I just do dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. That's it. Salman, haha. It's my hometown company from Sugar Land, Texas. Oh, CBI. I'm not quite sure who they are. But right now, we're looking at Home Depot. Hit the high at 421, the bottom last year at 289. Luke, Rivian stock, they're not 20 years old, dude. It's going to be a no before I even look at it. I like companies that have consistently profitable for more than 20 consecutive years. Rivian's not even 20 years old yet. Sorry. 242. Okay, look at the movement. Up, down, up. Now she's turning around right here. The last 30 days would be the 10th. Right there. Look at these last 30 days. 409. You're unbanned. Yes, I see that. 409 30 days ago. Okay, Benny, Uber's going to be a no. Where are you, though? Well, oh, I'm up in Maine. Northern Maine, almost into Canada. I agree by what you use. Okay, I agree with that, Luke. But we'll check out CVI in a little bit. Let me finish up with Home Depot. Okay, 30 days ago, Home Depot's at 409.91. That's like 410. Okay, 3 days later, there's the top, 421.56. The bottom was on Wednesday. Okay, the Wednesday, that was 381.72. Arthur, I'm glad. Was it Arthur? Arthur Ziba. Okay, now the 30-day bottom was on Wednesday. Thursday's an update. Friday's an update. I love a 30-day bottom coming off of a 30-day top when she stops and moves back to the upside. I gotta tilt this camera just a little bit. There we go. Less of me, more of the camera. Okay. People don't want to see me. They want to see what they want to see. I gotta turn this one. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Better. See more of the camera, not me. Screen. All right. So the Home Depot 407 is going for, look at that, 760. Almost 2%. That's a little bit less than 2% for 1 week if you like Home Depot. Let's take a look at the seasonality, so what it normally does. KC Royals wants to take a look at STM. What is STM? I have no idea what that is. Seasonality. What does it normally do this time of year? All right, well, this time of year, you getting in before earnings? It depends. What do the numbers look like? What's the chart look like? What is the right time to get? And what is the right trading strategy to do? So as you can see, it's a slight upward trend between now and the end of the year. So everything looks good for Home Depot. So let's check the numbers, see what that looks like. The 407. Okay, so let's change this to a coverage stock. Let's do the 407. That would be right there. There's one contract. Market order. 985. Nice. Tiscar, what is that? I have no idea what that is and why you'd actually put that on for people to look at. That's would be my assumption. Okay, 982 is the profit on this one. 982. What is it for 1,000 for 100 shares? Oops, divided by 39,768, and that comes to a grand total of 2.4%. Cool beans. I want to write that one down. Okay, it's written down and it is circled. Outstanding. So I'm going to be thinking about getting me some Home Depot on Tuesday. That being said, next on the list would be Apple. David wants to look at General Motors. We got Apple to go first. If you had 1,000, what would you buy? John, how are you doing? Laurie, do you do Home Depot and Lowe's if the numbers in the chart look good and you'd rather get different sectors, etc.? Okay, I don't really worry, Laurie. I don't worry about the sectors. My main concern is, are they consistently profitable and do they have weekly options? Okay, I like 20 years of profits. That's 2 decades. Okay, if they got 2 decades, John, I'm good. Thank you for that. If they have 2 decades of consistent profits, yeah, that's a yes for me. But then I want to look at the numbers, all right? And then I want to look at the chart. If the chart and the numbers all go good, fine, I'll do it. I'll do a trade too. Why not? So, Dave wants to look at GM. And someone wants to look at Costco. Costco. Home Depot and Lowe's pretty much same chart. Always? Not always. Mar, please. Mar, I have no idea what you're asking, Mar. How about TRP? Never heard of it. TRP. Okay, Mar, we're looking at Apple next, as soon as we finish up. Actually, we're doing Apple right now. Okay, Mar, Amazon's going to be a no. Let's not even waste our time with it. Until Warren Buffett starts buying some Amazon, it's going to be a no. Rajit, Advanced Auto Parts. Got it. We'll take a gander. Okay, Mar, I'm glad you're up 70% with Amazon. I'm glad that works for you. All right, so let's take a look at Apple. We got a double top at 237. Once on the 15th, a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and then again in the middle of July. Okay, the bottom of the year, 164, and that was the middle of April. So a year ago we're at 189. We're currently at 227. So up, down, up, and sideways. We've got a little bit of a pullback in the past couple of weeks, so we're going to take a gander at that. Here we go. Yeah, ad quiz. I'm aware 2 decades of profits, but they don't share their profits. See, the funny thing is, when companies don't share their profits, the only way you're going to find out is to read the quarterly report or the annual report. I got no desire to do that. There's over 9,000 different companies in the stock market. That's a lot of reading. Yeah, no thanks. What I look for specifically is consistency in their profits. Okay? Now, if they're consistent in the profits and they're sharing the profits through what's called a dividend, if the dividend continually increases, well, the profit's going to increase. So if I go just to the dividend and bypass reading all that stuff, fine. But the company's got to have dividends and weekly options. Amazon does not. It's kind of strange. I have to explain myself, even though I say it's no. But, you know, it is what it is. Give me a second. I'm plugging in. Yep. Plugging in. There we go. Getting a little low on juice, so I had to plug in. All right. Apple. Your 30-day high was on the 15th. That was 4 weeks ago. The 30-day bottom was Monday. Say Monday being the bottom, we have 4 days to the upside. Well, great. We're currently sitting at 226.96. That would be the 227s. And the 227s not quite 1% with Apple. But you really got to like Apple. What does it normally do this time of year? Take a look. From January all the way to the end of December, nice, slow, steady upclimb. Not only are you cold, your computer froze for a second there too. That's funny. Probably true. Okay, Sinbad, Sedge. I never heard of Sedge. S-E-D-G. Okay, no idea what that is. All right, so now I already do have Apple, and I have no intention of buying more or even dollar cost averaging down because I'm pretty much satisfied with my current position. You know, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why touch it if it's going okay? All right, that being said, now we're going to look at CVI. CVI. CVR Energy. That's going to be a no. Terribly sorry for whoever suggested that one. The reason why it's a no, it's a monthly optionable stock, which means these options here expire every 30 days, which means I can only do one per month. One per month means 12 to 24% return per year. I prefer 50 to 100%, so no. Tim, Bitcoin just hit 80,000. Cool beans. Home Depot stock is over 400. Is that not too expensive? For me, it is. But there are people out there that's got a lot more money than I do. I'm just going through the numbers. Hello, been watching a while. Ticker Flex. Daniel, you want to look at Flex? Never heard of them. F-L-E-X. All right. Next on my list would be PFE, which is Pfizer. What's a cheap stock that will climb? Okay, Melanie Rose Williams. Couldn't tell you that. Not that I couldn't tell you that, I just don't know. So, do you buy stocks and get dividends or buy options? Okay, Salman, I buy stocks and I sell covered calls against them. That way, I'm getting a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. 1% per week is over 50% per year. I'm just here sharing with you good people, answering questions. Next on CDI. Yeah, CDI is a no. We already figured that one out. Pfizer, PFE. Pfizer, righty. So, Pfizer, first thing I want to look at is the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and which direction is it going? You have 15 months left in crypto cycle to make a fortune. Well, thank you there, Tim. I have no interest in crypto, but I'm sure you're misinterpreting that information. Do you have a preferred squawk? No, I do not. How about Coca-Cola or Clorox? No, sorry, Colgate Palmolive. Clorox is CLX, but Colgate Palmolive is CL. We'll write that one down. Are you making money from your strategy? Well, of course I am, Alexander. Okay, I make enough to pay my bills, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, so somebody wants to look at Coca-Cola and Colgate Palmolive. So Alexander, look at it this way. Okay, after working since 1973, which means I've been working for quite a while. What was that 73? 50 years? Yeah, I think I'm due for a break. So I take take my little nest egg and I get 1% a week on that, and that pays all my bills. Simone, how are you this evening? All right, let's continue. So Pfizer. The high was back in the late July, 31.53. The bottom looks like we have a quadruple bottom at 25.24. Okay. B wants to look at target. GGT. We'll take a look at that one. A year ago we sat at 29.69 and currently at 26.72. 20 days to retirement. Cool beans. Hopefully I get better. I'm not sick. I'm perfectly fine. I'm just cold. I don't have a cold. I'm cold because it's like 30 some odd degrees outside. What can I buy with 30,000 to make a passive income weekly? Juan el Jefe. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? 30 grand, you could probably do a lot with it or do a little, because a new car is, what is it, 60, 80,000 for a new car? Or a house? That could be a good down payment. But if you want to invest in the stock market, my strategy here that I teach for free, no strings attached. It's simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. That's what I created for my daughter. And when I say no way to lose, it depends on how you interpret that. All right, I got a tongue lashing for using that word. But here's the thing. If you're only investing in companies such as Pfizer, Ford, General Motors, IBM, companies that have been around for decades, some of them have been around for over 100 years. You got Consolidated Edison. They've been in business for over 200 years. Is there a possibility they'll go out of business? Yes, there is. So when I say safe, no way to lose, well, if you do it correctly and the company doesn't go bankrupt, then you'll be okay. But Juan, my suggestion, just a suggestion, sign in every night. Listen to what's going on. Does it make sense? It's not attractive. It's not flashy. It's slow. It's boring. It's monotonous. It's the same thing, day after day, week after week, year after year. It's the same thing. The same stocks. I look at the same stocks year after year, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my philosophy. If I can get 1 or 2% every single week from Macy's, well, then I'm going to hold on to it and trade it every single week. Okay, Nordstrom's, same thing. Pfizer, same thing. I only look at 300 companies because those are the ones that are continuously profitable. All right. Good. ASTS weekly premiums are 10% a week right now. 5 to 8% normally. That's 2 to 3,000 a week. Cool beans. Not financial advice. Thank you. Now ASTS, I'm not 100% sure what he's talking about, but we'll take a gander at it. ASTS, and I believe I looked at it, and I believe I said no to it, but I'll take a look at it again. Okay, let's finish up with Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer is in a little bit of a downturn at the moment. The 30-day high was 30 days ago. Thank you. I'm going to take a look at that right now. Yeah, me too. Ares Capital, never heard of them. So 30 days, we're at the top at $30.40. $30.40. It just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So we're just going to keep our eye on it. And as soon as it finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up, and then we'll jump in. Other than that, it's not really worth taking a look at because I wait for it to stop and go up. STM. STM. Somebody wanted to look at STM, and that's going to be a no. That was quick and easy, wasn't it? Bye, waste of time. Of course it is. Peloton's going to be a no. Sorry, dip and dive. Yeah, Bitcoin bub to you. General Motors. All right. GM. No. Okay, dip and dive. Ribbon hasn't been around for 20 years. When I say 20, 2 decades of consistent profits, Ribbon's not there and Peloton's not there. Next on the list would be Costco. Costco's on the list. They've been around for more than 20 years. COST. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's going to be a no. Look where it is. It's at the high of the year. So we'll wait for it to get to the top. It's going to turn around. You're going to profit taking when she comes back down, and then maybe if the numbers work, it'll be fine. But until then, no. It's just actually that plain, that simple. Dip and dive. Amazon does not share its profits. Okay, no profits, no thank you. No dividends, no thank you. But that's me. TRP. What is TRP? TRP. Oh, TC Energy Corporation. What's going on where you are? Hey, Redneck, what's happening? Well, today I was outside having fun. What was I doing? Mowing the lawn. It's not really a lawn because it's a field. It's like a 5-acre field. You get the old tractor. The tractor was built in the 1940s and it still runs. So I was playing with the old 1940s tractor. And from there, cut a whole bunch of firewood. That was fun. LJ, I'm up in Maine on vacation. Who goes to Maine and have a vacation and actually works all the time? Okay, TRP is a no. Advanced Auto Parts, that's next on the list. Aren't most stocks too expensive to collect decent premiums right now while not taking too much risk? Salmon, once you like a stock, can you teach us how to check option chain? All right, we'll do that. Actually, we'll do it with AAP because I actually like that one. So to answer your question, are stocks too expensive? We're not really buying the stock for the sake of buying the stock. We're buying the stock for the sake of preservation of capital and to double or triple our money in the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, so if you get 50% per year, well, I'm getting 50% per year doing this strategy over the last 15 years. Simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, blah, blah, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. That being said, I don't really go for the dividends, I go for the premiums. So once you buy a stock, let's look at Advanced Auto Parts, that's what we're looking at the moment. And just hang out for a few more minutes to see what it looks like. What kind of stocks are good to buy? Well, GG Beamer, how are you? Okay? For the first time, most people should say, hi, how you doing? Those kind of nice things. But you want to just jump right to it. Alrighty. So dip and dive. UPS, yes. Johnson & Johnson, yes. Let me write those down so we'll take a look at them. Gap. JN. What was that last one? UPS. UPS. All right. we're going to finish up with Advanced Auto Parts. Microsoft. NSFT, we'll take a look at that one. Tesla is no. Sorry, Mel. And the reason why Tesla's a no, Tesla doesn't pay out dividends. Okay, they're not even 20 years old yet. At least I don't think they are. So I look for companies that consistently increase their dividends or their profits consecutively for at least 20 years. Let's keep going. AAP. The high of the year was end of March, 88.80. The bottom was just last week, 35.85. Last year we're at 56. Now we're at 37. She went up, she went down. Now look where we are. Okay, NERA, SCHD is going to be a no. Sorry. Do you only buy dividends? Mel, I only buy dividend stocks, specifically those that have consistently increased for 20 consecutive years. My main concern is the company consistently profitable. Now, when I say consistently profitable, I want 2 decades of profits. Not 2 years, not 2 months, not 2 weeks, 2 decades. All right, if I'm investing my money, I want it to be safe. I want the strategy to be simple. Okay, I want it to be predictable and I want it to be consistent. Okay, I'm retired. The money that I have has to give me a certain amount every week or I get to go back to work. And I don't really want to go back to work. I kind of like my life traveling around and enjoying myself. Eking out a meager living. Coca-Cola is on the list. P&G is on the list. Johnson & Johnson on the list. Yes, and they're all dividend kings. So what stock should I buy? Okay, Mel, just sit back, relax. You're new here. Okay, Lisa's, I'm not familiar with your name and you're coming here that often. Just relax. A couple of questions you should ask yourself first. Does it make sense? That's number one. Number two, do you like the companies in which I'm highlighting? I'm actually going over the ones you audience tell me to take a look at. Right now we're looking at Advanced Auto Parts. See the strategy. Ask yourself, does it make sense? And is it something that I want to do? That's a question you need to ask yourself. A, G, and C. Because I have found in my years, Google's a no. Sorry, Gigi. Google only started paying dividends this year. That's not even 1 full year of dividends. So as I was saying, what's up, Austin? Oh, as I was saying, there's certain questions you need to ask yourself. Does it make sense? Is this something that I can do? Is this something I want to do? Because I have found in my 20 years of teaching people that most people spend more time planning a family barbecue than they do with their personal finances. And if it's not something simple and quick, they don't want nothing to do with it. So can this get you 50% a year? Well, it's getting me 50% per year, but I have to put in 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes every single day. How about ARM? Matt, I'll write it down. We'll take a look. ARM. All right. Hope you're enjoying the Maine weather. Actually, it was pretty nice today. All right. Let's finish it. Lil, O is a big fat no. Okay? If you do yourself a favor, Lil, before you put money into O, seriously check out the details. Check out the numbers, the financials. Check out the fundamentals. Okay? Very important. Know who you're giving your money to. How about Chevron? I think we looked at Chevron last night. I'll write it down. We'll take a look at it again. Okay, let me finish up with the list that we already have. We got quite a bit to go through. So Advanced Auto Parts. High of the year, 88.92. That was back in end of March. The bottom was a couple of weeks ago, 36.35. Okay, look, she went up, she went down, she dropped, and then now she's turning around. Look at this. She turned around last week. Here's the 30-day bottom, 35. That's not 35 or 36. That's 35. 35.30. 35.54. Now, that was last Thursday. So Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 up days in a row. Friday was a pullback. So I don't know who asked about Advanced Auto Parts, but apparently looks like she pulled back on Friday. So I'll be kind of concerned what's going to happen on Monday. Phone's moving. Travis, what's happening? Having an issue with that camera. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Oops. I should be able to do this. All right, that should work. Put a little piece of tape on it. All right, do you have any yes plays? Well, of course I do. Let's, progress as we're going. Apache. Andrea wants to take a look at Apache. A-P-A. All right, who asked me for a yes? User 381068. Yeah, Home Depot was. Oh, check that out. 3M. And Lockheed Martin. All right, give me a minute. We'll get to them. So I would wait on Monday or Tuesday to see what happens with that right there. Okay, she dripped. Yeah, she dripped all the way down until last Thursday. That was the bottom. Friday's up, Monday's up, Tuesday's up, Wednesday's up, Thursday's up. This Friday, down. What's with that? Did profit taking start already? Don't know. I'm only looking for 1%, so I'd be out by Thursday, more than likely. All right, that being said, next on the list, Sedge, S-E-D-G. I have no idea who that is. S-E-D-G, but I told the guy to take a look at it. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see if Sedge actually has 20 years of increased dividends. Yeah, Yahoo Finance. Just checking on Yahoo Finance to see if this company, SEDG, how well their dividends are. Because I've never heard of it. Usually, if it doesn't have any dividends. Damn it. Here we are wasting our time looking at something that doesn't exist. Okay. Whoever said Sedge? No. Flex. F-L-E-X. Who said Flex? Flex Limited. Yeah, that's a no. Coca-Cola. Now, I know Coca-Cola has dividends, and I know they have 50 years worth of increased dividends. So, Coca-Cola, the high, 73.53. That was back in August. The bottom was a year ago, and that was 56.47. No, 56.17. Shoots up, drops down, and she's just turning around. So Coca-Cola, the timing on the chart is impeccable. Look at this. A month ago, 71.49, she dropped. She jumped up, back down again, and Thursday was the first day of the upside. Wednesday is the 30-day bottom. That Wednesday's the 30-day bottom, and that was 63.18. Thursday's higher, Friday's higher, so that means Monday it is a perfect contender. However, 64.10, the 64s are going for 51 cents, not quite 1%. Means you're only going to get 0.75%. And does that really sound that good? I don't know. If you might like Coca-Cola. I don't know. Warren Buffett has a whole bunch of it. All right. What does Coca-Cola normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, Coca-Cola has a tendency to go up in value. Okay? Just nice upward trend line. I like that. All right. That was Coca-Cola. What's next on the list? ASTS is on the list. 2 more to go, then we'll get to it. Right now, Colgate Palmolive. CL, Colgate Palmolive. Pepsi. Mark wants to take a look at Pepsi. All right, Pepsi's written down. We'll take a look at it if we can get to it. Next on the list, Colgate Palmolive. The high 109. That was in early September. Bottomed out last year, 74. Shoots up, pulls back. Is this a quick turnaround? It is. Check that out. Wednesday's the 30th. This looks almost the exact same as Coca-Cola. 92, 98. The 93s are going for 60 to 80. Not quite 1% in either one. Now, Coca-Cola and Colgate Palmolive are both over 100 years old. Both have 50 years or more of increased dividends. And both are no because the premiums just aren't good enough. But if you like it, a 0.5% a week is still over 26% per year. If you like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Colgate Palmolive. Simone wants to take a look at Kohl's. All right, Simone, I'm writing it on the list. It is written down, Simone. We'll take a gander. Right now, Target is next. QILD is a big fat no. Dover, that's a monthly. That's going to be a no. Okay, so user 656914487763. Why can't somebody name you normal like Simon? I'm going to call you Simon. Simon, QILD, please, dude, check the numbers. See how many years has it paid dividends. See the dividends themselves. Do they increase or do they go up and they go down? What is the yield for the year? Ooh, Marvel is on the list. MRVL. All right. All right, so Colgate. Now, next on the list would be Target, TGT. Target, the high of the year, 182. The low of the year, 105. What's the movement? It went up, it pulled back, now she's going sideways. How do I know what stock to invest to? Simone, looks like they took a hit Friday. Did you know why? Oh, we'll have to take a look at that one. MFK, oh. Interesting name. How do you know what stocks to buy? That's a personal decision. It's different from everyone. Okay, Zach, I don't do cryptocurrency, so please don't do that. Oh, so we're back on the Target. Let me finish up with Target, okay? So 149s we're currently at. The 150s are going for 195. That is 1.5%. So this is basically a yes if everything looks right. So as we were saying a year ago, 105. Okay, the top's right here. Beginning of April, and that was 181. Lil, let's take a look at Altria. MO. I think you're just going through but just picking. Thanks, Bama Redneck. Okay, TGT Target. The high, 182. Big drop. Here's the bottom for the 90-day period, 132. Okay? Look at that movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's going to the upside. Cool. Last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 154. Where do you think Tesla is going Monday? Probably to the gas station. How am I supposed to know? I don't follow Tesla. Tesla does not pay dividends. It is of no concern to me. And it's weird for me to say that because I don't put my money into a company that doesn't share their profits. Just because the stock value is going up, what leg do they have to stand on? How do you know when they're going to go up? Now, I use dividend stocks because I know when those stocks go up in value. By knowing when a stock moves, I take all the other guesswork out of it. Yeah, I get that. Tesla is Tesla is Elon's ATM. Hey, if it works, why not? It's on fire. Well, alrighty then. The 30-day bottom was Wednesday. Thursday and Friday are both up days. Target looks good. What's the seasonality look like? What does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, Well, she's going to go up for about 2 weeks, and then she's going to drop by the end of the year. Yeah. Thanks, Redneck. Yeah, I don't watch tickers all day. I jump in, I'm out. EPD and BP. EPD, hold on a second. I'll write that one down. EPD and British Petroleum. Okay. Now we're coming to ASTS. Somebody asked about that one. So the 150, like I said, it is going for 195. So 195 is 1.5%. Question: if I buy a stock at $99 and I sell a call 100 for $1, is that 1% or 2%? If you have an all cash account, that's 1%. If you have a margin account, that's 2% per week. Okay, so cash account, it's 1%. Okay, margin account, it's 2%. If you want the exact numbers, yeah, it won't be exactly 1. Let's find out exactly what it is. Clear. So $1 divided by 99. Yeah, it's about 1%. That's what the calculator says anyway. All right, next on the list. ASTS. I have no idea who these people are. ASTS. AST Space Mobile. Yeah, that's going to be a no. I don't think they're in business for 20 years. ASTS. Space Mobile. Yeah, they have no dividends. That's going to be a no. No dividends, no thank you. No weekly options, no thank you. It's actually a relatively safe, simple strategy. I don't know why people want to make it more complicated than it is. Okay, so ASTS is a no, that space thingy. Next on the list, Gap. Ooh, the Gap might even be on my list this week. GAP. Okay, interesting. Covered is considered 2%. Okay, but do the math. Math, it comes to 1%. 530, that was May, the end of May. 30.79. The bottom was basically a year ago. That was 13.09. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again, pulls back. It basically just goes sideways. 21.67. Currently, the 22 is at 33. That's 1.5%. What is the software you're using? Main Man. That's not software. That is a trading platform called Think or Swim, which is free. Right through Charles Schwab. Go to thinkorswim.com. You can download it for free. All right. So the gap actually looks pretty good. The high is 30.71. That was back in June. Look at it. She drops, pulls back, drops again. Last 30 days is kind of where I want to see because it gives me a good idea where it usually goes after you follow it. The premium looks weeks as today, maybe get 1% tomorrow. Okay. So 30 days ago with the gap, that was the 30-day bottom. A week later, there's the 30-day top, 22.87. From there, she drops and retraces. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days to retrace and 2 days pullback. So it doesn't look like it's going up continuously. It looks like she's pulled back a little bit. LPG, liquid propane gas. Look at your seasonality. Now this is kind of important, right? What does this stock do normally this time of year? Well, the peak is in a week, right? Right now we're at the 8th. The peak is going to be this Friday. On TLT, you can sell 3 times a week. Okay. Tomorrow's a holiday. Is there trading? No, there isn't, Larissa. Okay, so next week is going to be the high for Gap. And then from there, she's going to start to drop. So if you like the Gap, take a look at the fundamentals. If you take a look at historical performance, the way the stock has increased towards the middle of November, and then through the end of the year she falls off. You're like, well, jumping in this week would be good, but getting out at the end of the week will probably be better. All right, that's that's the gap. Next on the list, Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson. Bama Redneck, can you take care of that guy? Never mind. I'll do it. Okay. Thanks, Redneck. I was just getting silly. Johnson and Johnson. Are you on the run? No, I'm sitting down. I'm just up for a vacation. Needed to get away for a little bit. All right, what we're looking at now. Johnson and Johnson. J&J. No, J&J consistently doesn't have good premiums. Look at this. It's going to be a no. It's not a free fall, but we're going to keep our eye on it, even though the 157s go for 40. Yeah, the numbers aren't there. Never was. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a nice company. Look like you got kicked out with your stuff. Okay, thank you. But I'm a little cold. That's why I'm dressed. Usually I'm in Florida. Well, I'll be in Florida Friday. So Friday night you'll see me in Florida with probably just a t-shirt on. But I'm up here in Maine where it's in the 30s. It's a little chilly. That was rude. Okay, Robert. Not quite sure. What is your monthly cash flow? Adam, how are you today? New York Stock Exchange will operate under their normal hours on Monday. Will it really? No need in affecting heating. Yeah. Oh, I need an effective heating. I suppose you could say that. But what you call roughing it, it's a whole different story. This is an old house built in the 1700s. It doesn't have modern day stuff in it. What's your personal favorites for beginners? I like Macy's, Ford, General Motors, AT&T, Nordstrom's, Kohl's, companies like that, in the 20s and 30s. All right, so Johnson & Johnson's a no. UPS is next. UPS. I like UPS. But if you take a look at UPS, okay, the high is back last December. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Last December. Becca, thanks for that. The bottom was in August. All right, that being said, a year ago, 137, currently at 132. Thank you for your wisdom and helpful techniques. Much appreciated. Mini split master. Oh, I'm assuming you do air conditioning. That's what a mini split is. Well, at least where I'm from. I don't know if you even have mini splits up here. All right. The high is 163.91. It dropped all year, finding the bottom in the beginning of August. Yeah, I figured that much. Are you saying buy and hold? I'm not saying anything though. I don't give advice. I don't give tips. I just look at the stocks you guys suggest me to look at, that you guys recommend. I give you my opinion. Every once in a while I say, oh yes, I have that one. Or yes, I am doing that one. But no, I don't give any advice whatsoever. Last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 132.71, bottomed out 2 weeks later on the 22nd at 129.77. Okay, 3 days later. James, what more is included in your paid service? Hold on a second there, Mikey. It's a monthly. He only does month. I only do weeklies there by my redneck. I don't do monthlies. What's included in my paid services? Oh, well, basically you get to watch over my shoulder as I do my trades. And then you can ask me anything you want. I have a plethora of knowledge. I choose to show only one trading strategy here. The other trading strategies I have on my private trading group is different. Say something about Dogecoin, please. Dogecoin is spelled Doge, and it's a cryptocurrency, and I do not do cryptocurrency. There, I said something about it. New York Stock Exchange. Ah, I really could go for my tea tonight. UPS was a no. Numbers just didn't work. Next on the list, Microsoft. MSFT. Oh, Microsoft's on an uptrend. All right, Alcon, LPG is on the list. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. We might get to it. Microsoft, high of the year, 467. You forgot to pack your tea with you. Yes, I did. And what day do you mostly place your trades on? Monday. LPG is a waste of your time. It's a monthly. All right, thank you, Redneck. I'm going to cross that one off. One less thing I need to worry about. Thank you there, sir. A year ago was the bottom, 361. Okay, she goes sideways for a bit, goes up, goes sideways for a bit, shoots for the moon. There it is right there, 486. Sorry. Let's say 461. That's the high. Most resistance at 429, support at 407. Okay, I get that. She drops back down, basically goes sideways. She's stuck in a channel between what is that? 409 and 425, just like he said. Is this a new setup? No, Milo, I'm on vacation and I'm up in Maine, hanging out with friends of mine, roughing it. When I say roughing it, it means I gotta sleep with my clothes on because it's cold. But it's okay, you know, I'm not that pampered. All right, the last 30 days. Oops, here we go. 30 days ago, Microsoft opened up at 415. Look, and they shut 2 weeks. That's almost, no, sorry, 3 weeks. 3 weeks the upside, 438.50. Very next day, look at that big gap down. I see this a lot. You see the chart? 30 days ago, she shoots way up. You didn't take your profits. The market maker took it away from you. Okay, the 14th doesn't mean anything. Okay, how much is your subscription per month? It's $100 a month. IHG, we looked at that one yesterday. Red Shirt Company, how are you today? IHG, didn't we look at that last night? James, the market is open tomorrow. Cool. Well, there you go. The market's open tomorrow, so whoever in the morning trading group, I will be sending up the list tonight, and then tomorrow morning, we'll be making our trades. Now, I usually buy always on a Monday because Monday gives you 5 days of time value, and the time value is one of the major components that makes up the pricing of an option. And if 80% of all options are expiring, why would I want to buy them? I want to sell them. If I'm selling them and 80% of them expire worthless, well, that means 80% of the time I'm making money. That kind of works for me. All right. Microsoft, the bottom on the 4th. 1, 2, 3 days to the upside, and then Friday she pulled back a little bit. LPG has no weekly options, and the premiums on it. So LPG is a no. All right, thank you for that. Next on the list, AGNC. But let's finish up with Microsoft. Because currently, look at this nice little run up right here. Now, she did pull back on Friday. I would like to see what happens on Monday. Is it going to go higher or is it pulling back? Is your program trading dividend stocks in and out for the dividend? No. My program's trading dividend stocks for the premiums and collecting 1% per week. The dividends are just a bonus. If you collect them, great. I'm not looking for dividends. As a matter of fact, I would prefer not to collect the dividend. Why? Because I buy the stock 2 weeks before the dividend. Okay? If I get my 1% before the dividend pops up, great, I'm done and over with, because they have a tendency to go up just before the dividend. So once they go up, I grab my profit, I run to the next one. Okay, I have no monogamous feelings about stocks whatsoever. You got it? Cool beans. Thoughts on DJT? Brian, I honestly can't tell you anything about DJT. It's not old enough. It's still an infant. I like companies that have at least 20 years of consecutive profits. I don't think DJT even has any profits yet. How do you know when they pay the dividend? Well, Michael, that's available anywhere. Okay, you have 9,754 companies that you can invest in at any time. Okay, half of them take the profits and put it back into the company. The other half take the profits and they share it with the investors. Those are the ones that I want. Just trying to invest and ride off the presidency boom. Well, there you go. It's a good idea. Good luck with that one. You're definitely in the wrong place, though. That's not what I do. Is BITX too risky for you? Yes, it is. CVS support is at 53. If breakout, good luck. Okay. Adam, I haven't looked at CVS yet. It's on my list to take a look at. Actually, I love Trump, but not stock. All right. Next on the list is AGNC. All right. So, my final opinion about Microsoft, even though they consistently increase their dividends consecutively, I mean, they have some nice premiums, but I can probably take that off. Ugh. Ooh, nice long day. Get up there, chopping some firewood, mowing the lawn, playing with the tractor. Fun stuff. You, Adam, 53, would be a 5-year low. Okay. Andrea. Okay. We'll take a look at Verizon. 86 is in the house. Verizon, VZ. We'll take a gander at it. So, Microsoft. My last thoughts. I would like to see what happens on Monday and Tuesday with Microsoft, only because of that little pullback on Friday. Why? Were they riding the presidential high and then bailing on Friday? Don't know. We'll find out on Monday, won't we? Next on the list, AGNC. AGNC. Okay, the high, 1085. That was in September. The bottom a year ago. That's where it was. This is where it is. Look at the movement up. Big pullback. Now it's bouncing off this pullback. Cool. In your opinion, how much available trading money should I have to cover the $100 plus? Blue Horseshoe? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. It's it's an education, number one. Number two, if it doesn't make sense financially, don't do it. And if you don't know what you're doing, I would say practice first before you're paying for something, because what I'm saying in the live morning trading groups hasn't changed in the last 15 years. So if you think of a merry-go-round that's continually spinning, wherever you jump on, wherever you jump off is totally irrelevant, because it's still spinning round and round and round. So I've been doing this for 15 years. I made the commitment to be here until the end of the year, every night. Next year, I'm deciding I might not do Friday nights and Saturday nights. You know, take a little bit of time off. 2 days a week. I think that's okay. But I haven't solidified yet what I'm going to do next year. So let's continue. AGNC. Here's the last 30 days. Now, I like looking at the last 30 days specifically to give me an idea of where the stock is going next. Because if I'm going to jump into it on Monday, I want to make sure all the odds and probabilities are in my favor. Meaning, am I buying it at a high? Am I buying it at a low? Me, personally, I like what this chart right here looks like. 30 days ago, we're at 1035. We jumped up the high at what is that, 1060. She drops down to the 30-day bottom on Wednesday. Thursday was an update. Friday was an update. I like 2 days to the upside after a 30-day bottom. Well, that was Wednesday. 2 days to the upside, there they are. What does the seasonality look like? Meaning, what does it normally do this time? All right, GGPI, you got CAR at 30. I have no idea who CAR is. Okay. CAR. C-A-R-R. All right, I'll take a gander at it, give you my opinion. That's basically about it, but I've never heard of it. And if I've never heard of it, it's basically going to be a no. CAR is a monthly. Thanks, Redneck. So, sorry, kiddo. Not even going to bother looking at it. So AGNC, what does it normally do this time of year? Basically, just go sideways. Ooh, that doesn't look like sideways. That looks like sideways. All right, there you go. Do you have a referral code for Schwab? No, I don't, because I don't get anything from Schwab by you guys using this software. You just go there and say, hey, I want to download the software and use it. Verizon is at a downward momentum. Thanks, Adam. VZ, but I'm going to take a look at it anyway. Okay, ARM. I have no idea who ARM is. So wait a second, we haven't finished up with AGNC. So AGNC at the moment is at 966. The 950s are going for 19. Sorry, 973 is the ask. ARM, no dividends. Oh, so we're not even going to watch that one. Okay, Michael, MSTR. Yeah, that's a no also. No dividends, no thank you. That's my mantra. No dividends, no thank you. Ooh, that'd be a good t-shirt. No dividends, no thank you. That's a no. All right. So AGNC, the numbers aren't working. Yeah, and look at the premiums. Yeah, no. Horrible, horrible, horrible. CVX, Chevron. CVX. Nice movement. Michael, still in the mode to make a new top. Alrighty. Last year we're at 143. We topped out at 167 in April. Oops. We bottomed out in the middle of September. From there, she shoots up, goes sideways, and continues to the upside. Now, it doesn't look that favorable. Reason being, 30 days ago at 150, we bottomed out at 147. Basically went sideways, dipped, have 2 up days. See the 2 gaps? No dividends, no thanks. You based on your trading strategy. I was thinking ARM for the future. Matt, awesome. If that's what you like, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I have to prove that I'm a human. Uh-oh. Try again. My finger slipped. There we go. 20 years increased dividends and options for cash flow. This is not a growth strategy. I'm going to remember that one. This is not a growth strategy. We're not looking for growth. We're looking for cash flow. Okay, I'm retired. I need a steady income. All right? So when you get retired, you put your money somewhere, and that gives you a predictable fixed income. All right? So you got to figure out where that's going to come from. Me, I figured it came out trading stocks in the stock market using covered calls. A very safe strategy. It works for me, so I decided to share it with people, and it seems to be working for everyone. Halliburton at $27.50. I own 100 shares. Do you sell or place another covered call? Okay, Mikey, if you bought them at $27.50, hold that thought. I'll get to it in a second. I'm going to see these other questions. Okay, let's quickly look at Halliburton. Wait a second. Mikey, hold up for a second. Let me finish up with Chevron, and then I'll jump in and I'll answer the question on Halliburton. DVA wants to look at Heinz Kraft. They usually have crappy premiums, so I usually don't buy Kraft Heinz. CVX, Chevron. It's going to be a no only because you have 2 gaps to the upside. You have a gap on what was that, Thursday? On the 1st? Wait a minute. Yeah, you gapped up on Friday, and then gapped up again on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday and Friday were both pullbacks. So Chevron's going to wait for another week or so. So Halliburton, HAL. Now Mikey says he has Halliburton at 27.50. Oh, well, let's take a look, because I have Halliburton also. Halliburton a year ago, 38.41. Top of the year was the beginning of April. Bottom of the year, take a look at this. Was that last week or the week before? 10.28. Okay, 27.26. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, now she's coming down again. Me personally, it would depend on what you'd like to do. Do you want to get out of it and jump into something else? Because she is in a downturn. The best time to sell a stock is when it's higher than what you paid for it. Take your profit and run. Now, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just, generically. I would take my profits and then move on to the next one. Because if you see the stock right here, Halliburton, at the end of August, she was at 31.57. Well, she went down for a week, and then she hit 27.47, and then she went up to 30.71, and then she went down to 27.59, and then she went up to 31.48, and then she went down to make the new 30-day bottom on the 28th at 27.26. All right? Then from there, she went back up again, gapped up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. She pulled back. Okay, so when she goes up is the time to sell. When she starts to pull back and then she finds a new bottom, currently right now, Wednesday was the high, 30.77. Thursday pulled back, Friday pulled back, and more than likely the gap is going to continue to fill until it's full, which means she's going to come down a little bit more before she turns around and goes back up again. Because that's all stocks do. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. The idea is watch the stocks that you like. Okay? If you're into cash, you buy when it's low, and then when it gets higher, that's when you sell. Buy low, sell high. Right now, Halliburton is coming off of a high, so it's time to get rid of it. Once you get rid of it, you're back into cash, and then you look at it again once she turns around. See the bottom here? 1 day, 2 days to the upside, then you jump in, and then she moves up. Well, that's what I do. Okay? After the bottom, which means she stops coming down, then the very next day it's a higher day, and then the next day it's a higher day. 2 days to the upside. So that's where she bottoms out, turns around, goes back up again. Okay, that's all they do. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So you just keep looking at the same stocks over and over and over again. Now Halliburton at this moment, 29.30, the 29.50 is going for 28 to 32, which is about 1%. Okay, that's where it is right now. But Mikey said he got in at 27.50. Well, the 27.50s are going for $1.43. That's almost. Is that? Wait a second. 143, 27 to 143. Well, it's over 3%. If you want to hold on to it, you just roll it forward, sell that, cool, and just decide what you want to do. Do you want to hold on to it and keep rolling it forward every week? Well, if you're getting 2 or 3% every single week, why not? As long as you sell it for more than what you paid for it, why not? But it's a question only you can answer. I can't answer that question for you. All right, let's keep on going. Ooh, missed some questions. KHC. Now, I normally don't do KHC, DBA. The reason why KHC is the premiums, okay, at 33 are 28 to 31, not quite 1%. KHC doesn't really give the greatest premiums, so I normally don't do it. Amy, how are you doing today? Give us tax advice. Yeah, my tax advice is to talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. Stay away from accountants, stay away from bookkeepers, stay away from tax advisors. You want to go to a tax strategist or a tax planner. And here's the number one question. you need to ask your tax person, okay, how much taxes do you pay? And if he pays more, if he pays taxes at all, yeah, you need to go find someone else. You need to find someone who pays no taxes because you're right to legally pay no taxes legally if you do it right. Okay? I'm not telling you to break the law. I'm not telling you to do something that's immoral or uncomfortable. Just answer the questions. Do you want to pay federal income tax? Okay? If there are ways you don't have to, well, take advantage of it if you feel like it. Some people are okay with paying taxes. I mean, those taxes. Now, I pay taxes. I pay my federal taxes, I pay my state taxes, but I don't pay federal income taxes. Okay? Because I have my stuff set up in a manner which I don't have to. But you need to figure out how to do that yourselves. I don't give advice on that one. Sorry. All right. Amy, how you doing? Is, is this a new setting? No, Julie, this is only for a couple of days. Okay? I'm on vacation up in Maine. It's a little chilly, so that's why I'm wearing my coat still. It's called roughing it. You know, I'm not the hotel kind of guy. I'm at my friend's old farmhouse. I mean, old farmhouse. Real old. Doesn't have any modern conveniences. But it's not as bad, you know. I was in Russia once, and their old stuff. We had to go to the creek down the street to get water, to wash dishes, to cook. You have to go to the creek, scoop out some water, and carry it back to the camp. So that was kind of fun. And then the outhouse is out back. We literally went outside to go. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Rough it. I like roughing it. It's good for the soul once in a while. I think so. Anyway, thoughts on LNG? Never heard of it. All right. Wait a minute. LNG doesn't have option. Doesn't. No. Someone already said no to that one. All right. Next on the list to take a look at Apache APA. Apache APA. All right. Ooh, that don't look good. Ava, so can I ask a question, please? Say, if you're just now buying Doge, is there any way to make money on it? I don't buy Doge. I don't do any cryptocurrency whatsoever. I only do dividend stocks that have consistently increased their profits for more than 20 consecutive years. I'm very picky with the stocks I pick. Okay, if it's not, hold on a second. Hi, did you already show TGT? Yes, I did, Antonio. We already looked at Target tonight. So as I was saying, Ava, I don't invest my money into any company unless it's consistently profitable. And I'm talking 2 decades of profits, not 5 or 10 years, no, 20. 20 years of increased profitability every single year. Now there's over 300 of them, and those are the only ones I personally invest in. Hey James, did you finally bug out of your secret bunker? No. I like to travel, you know. Sometimes you'll see me doing videos on the beach. Sometimes you'll see me doing videos in the mountains. As a matter of fact, we'll probably go to the lake tomorrow and I'll probably shoot a video at the lake. Um, what's the point of having a life if you don't go out and live it? Anyway, more questions. What's a good dividend stock? Well, Apple's a good dividend stock. Ford, IBM, AT&T, Nat. What the heck is Nat? Other than the bug that's utterly annoying. Nordic American Tank. Cool. That's a no. Put house is fun. Put house is fun. All right. What chart is that inversed H and S on V shape recovery with bull flag, super bullish, bam, please, thank, oh, name, please, yeah, no, that's a no. IT, what the heck is IT? Gartner? Never heard of it. Yeah, sorry, Gartner's a no. OUT, that's probably going to be a no also. Outfront Media, yeah, that's a no also. What was that last chart? ITOUT, NAT. Try NAT. I already tried NAT. NAT. See? There you go. No. What do you think of CRL? No. CLF. Interesting. Cleveland Cliffs. Isn't that, oh, I forget what that is. CLF. Yeah, no dividends, no, wait a minute. EX dividend date, April. The dividend yield, okay. So let's go and actually check. Okay, over Yahoo Finance, there are no dividends at this selected time frame. Okay, was Halliburton a yes? I don't know, was it? Interesting question. HAL. Halliburton was not a yes for me. I mean, if you like it, fine. Doge is bouncing from 29 to 30 cents. I'm hoping for $1. Yeah. Do you buy and hold or trade? I trade, Lil Monk. I don't hold on to anything. The longest I've ever held anything was Kimberly Clark. That was last year. I held it for 9 months, not because I wanted to. I bought it, it dropped, and I refused to sell at a low. Okay? I don't sell for a loss. Okay, Julie, where did you look at Target? Sorry, kiddo. Okay, next on my list. Did you check NEE today? No, Jay, we did not. I'll put it on the list and we'll take a look at it. Right now, we're going to 3M. Sorry, Julie. 3M. Ooh, interesting. Okay, high 141. The bottom 75. A year ago 78. Today 134. Palantir. What's your outlook? No. Okay, Palantir doesn't have dividends. It's going to be a no. A year ago, 76.39. Nice run up to the top. Top was last week. When you trade, what is your fee? I think the fee that they pay is like $5. I think. Fees. Commissions and fees. Wow. I paid $4,500 in commissions and fees this year in this particular account. I'm not looking at the other accounts at the moment. Yeah, so I trade quite a bit. I think so. Hold on a second. Let's do a quick trade. It doesn't say. Oh, 0. Okay, all my fees are from options, apparently. Yeah, 650. Mel? 650 for trading options. There's no fees for trading the stocks. How many hours per day average do you trade? 20 minutes. What options should I buy? All right, Maroff, I don't buy on any options. Okay, I sell options. Most online brokers trade for stock and 65 cents for options. Thanks, 86. Delete. Don't. Okay, so we're on 3M. Look at the run up. Cool beans. Last 30 days. Now, I like the last 30 days because it allows me to take a look at what the stock normally would do for the next couple of weeks. Do you ever do broken wing butterfly spreads? Yes, but I don't teach them here. A month ago, 133. We topped out on the 22nd. That was 2 weeks ago, 141. A couple of days later, on the 25th, there's the bottom, and that was 124.50. From there, shoots up, profit taking, and then Wednesday she jumps up, Thursday up, Friday up. 3 days to the upside. Looks good from the bottom. 134.34, the 135s are going for 121, the 134s are going for 166. Take off 30 cents, 34 cents, and it's 134. Okay, so basically you're making 1% off the 134s. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's go to there, and let's go the 134s right there, and one contract, and market order. Here we go. 136 is the profit. Okay. 136 for one contract. Divide that by what it's going to cost. 13,264. That's 1%. If you like 3M. And that's the big question. Question number one is, does it make sense? Question number two, can I picture myself doing this? Question number three, do I like 3M? Because that's the one we're looking at the moment. Now, what is the odds and probabilities of this trade working out? Well, if the stock is currently at 134 and it's in an upward trend, which means it's going to the upside, because that's what stocks do. They go up and they go down. Okay, at the bottom, they turn around and then they go up. And when they get to a certain height, they turn around and they go back down again. Well, they call it profit taking. Did I buy 3M? No, I just showed it to you just now. I'm saying what is look like for tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow is Monday. So I do all my buying on Mondays, and then Fridays I check and see, well, was I right? Was I wrong? What should I do? All right, that being said, that's 3M. I like 3M. It's paying 1%. Nice, nice in an upward trend. What does it normally do this time of year? For that, we look at the seasonality chart. And that says, look at there. Here's the bottom right there in the fourth quarter from the, what is that? The 10th of October. Look at that, from the 10th of October to the end of the year. 3M is a nice upward trend. So I'm going to write that one down, and I'm going to circle it. That's something we'll look at tomorrow morning. LMT, Lockheed Martin, is next. David, can you look at SoFi? No. Not sure what will happen tomorrow at the open. Want your opinion. I don't like SoFi. No dividends, no thank you. What covered call should I buy tomorrow? Maroff, how are you doing today? Now, I don't know anything about you, so I honestly can't tell you anything to buy. Okay? I can tell you what I'm looking at, but I can't tell you what to buy. Okay? That makes sense? Now, I like 3M. Am I buying it? Well, it depends on what it opens up with tomorrow. Because tomorrow, if she's higher than Friday's close, okay, because if she continues the upward trend, which is it now. AAP, Shannon, we already did Advanced Auto Parts. Okay? So, like I said, I am going to be looking at 3M tomorrow morning as the market opens. It depends on how it opens. Okay, Lockheed Martin's next. LMT. Interesting. Okay, here's the high, 620. Here's the bottom, 620. That was on the 21st. Okay, on the 13th of February, there's the bottom, 412. A year ago, 443. She bottoms out, goes sideways for a little bit, shoots up, gets the high a couple of weeks ago on the 21st. Okay, 30 days ago, we opened up at 606. This is a little out of my price range. So I'm going to go a little bit quicker. Paul Patrick, how you doing over there? Okay. 30-day high on the 21st. That was 3 weeks ago. Big drop Wednesday. Wednesday, okay, 3 days ago was the 30-day bottom, 540. Tuesday's an up day. Sorry. Thursday was an up day, and Friday was an up day. So we're currently at 568. And these numbers, Mayo, how are you today? So currently 564, the 565s are going for 490 to 560, not quite 1%. So marketing life with Tina. How are you, Tina? Paul, you get a chance, look up Lunar. Lunar? All right, I'll write it down, Paul. Lunar. L-U-R. L-U-N-R. All right, we'll take a gander at it. EPD. Art is on the list. Yep, it's coming up very shortly. Next on the list is Pepsi. Is that my tip, Tina? That's very generous of you. Thank you, honey. Very sweet. How's PVL? Never heard of it. PVL. All right, we're looking at Pepsi. Somebody wanted to take a look at Pepsi. Well, we already looked at Coca-Cola, and that looked good. All right, Pepsi. 165.50. Here's our top at 183. That was back in May. Our bottom was in July. Okay, on the 10th. Basically, she just kind of went sideways. Well, last year she was at 165.91. Now she's at 165.11. Explain to me in a manner which I'll understand. Explain to me in a manner which I'll understand if a year ago she's at 165.91 and now she's at 165.11. How could that be good for people who buy and hold? Okay, so maybe you're collecting the dividend. That's basically it. All right, anyway. Marketing with Tina. No, you were saying something about there's a strategy for those starting at 20. Oh, yes, there is. There's a strategy for everyone. My grandson is 4 years old. His strategy is dividend capturing. All right. Yeah, dividend capturing. Oh, wait a minute. Is it dividend capturing? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Sign that it's getting late. All right, so Pepsi. All right, last 30 days for Pepsi. Where is Pepsi going at this moment in time? Okay. 30 days ago, we opened up at 172. We topped out on the 21st of October. From there, she drops and finds the bottom on Thursday, 163.47. Friday was an up day. So if Monday's another up day, that means Tuesday will be a good day to jump in on Pepsi. So currently at 165.50, the 165s, yeah, no. Sorry, numbers don't work. No to Pepsi. Kohl's is next, KSS. All right, Kohl's. I actually have some Kohl's. All right, a year ago, 21.72. We topped out at the end of March. From there, it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. Have our new 30-day bottom Friday. Well, that's not good if it keeps going down. But is it? I don't know, because you're going to make most of your money in the stock market buying low and selling high. Now, if Kohl's is at a low, well, as soon as she turns around, I mean, look at it. The 30-day bottom was Friday. So I like 2 days to the upside. That tells me that she's finally reached the bottom. She's going to turn around and go back up. That's where I want to jump in. That's where I want to take the pony for a ride. Yeah. Okay, so that's Kohl's. 1751. The 1750s go for 50 cents. That's 2.5%. Sony. Oh, Sunny, Bitcoin bull coming soon. Okay. Now, I don't do Bitcoin, but I appreciate you letting me know. So in case somebody asks me, I can say, well, Sonny said that Bitcoin bull's coming soon. Not quite sure what that means, but okay. CVS. So basically, my answer with Coles is we're going to sit and watch. Sit, watch, and wait. As soon as that bottom isolates itself, turns around, starts going back up, and then I'll think about jumping in again. Hey, James, has eBay been covered? Ooh, rude dude. No, eBay has not been covered, so let me write that down. eBay. eBay. Cool beans. All right, so that was Kohl's. Next on the list is Marvel, MRVL. MRVL. Click right there. MRVL. Ooh, wow, nice. Now we're going to say no to Marvel for this week because it's currently on a 30-day high. And we'll put Marvel down for 2 weeks from today. So once she comes off of that high, MRVL, once she comes off of that high, it starts taking profits. Yeah, in about 3 weeks, that'll probably be a good idea to jump into that one again. All right, so that's Marvel. Next on the list, Altria. And then EPD. Somebody wants to take a look at EPD. All right, Altria is going to be a no. Only because looking at this. Yeah, look at that big jump up. What was that last Thursday? She gaps up, keeps on going. Alcon. We're looking at Altria right now. And it's a no. All right, look at 30 days ago. We opened up at 50.49. Okay, here's the bottom, 48.82. Slowly going to the upside. She gaps up, continues to go up, pull back. Paul, trivia question. You're in Maine. Did you have to? Uh-oh, I didn't get to see that question. What was that question? Did you know you have the most islands of any? Oh, sorry. I'm inland. There's no islands around here whatsoever. Well, there could be up in the lake because there's a huge lake up the street. Forward charge. Let's take a look at Ford. And then user 00119781125578. Wow, I'll call you Oscar. Well, it's like a Goodyear. I don't know what Goodyear's ticker symbol is. But they've been around for over 100 years. That much I do know. But if they don't have weekly options and not consistently profitable, then I wouldn't be trading, which means I don't really look at them. So Altria, no, not until that pullback comes, and then MO 2 weeks. Let some of that profit taking kick in. Now we're coming to EPD. EPD. Enterprise Product. Alright, it's basically going to be a no. And I don't even know if they have dividends because I'm not familiar with it. Oh, Goodyear's GT. GT. I'm pretty sure those are a monthly. Mazda. 7 PCT. I have no idea what 7 PCT means. Oh, 7% art. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but okay. DC. Did you give, or do I give individually? Yes, I do. Man, thank you for all of the information. I'm learning a lot from you. All right, Eric. Cool beans. Thanks. EPD has nice dividends. They just don't pay good options, in my opinion. Well, no, they don't. Okay, Goodyear, not a dividend stock. Well, that answers that question. But Goodyear. So just cross that off the list. All right, next on the list at this moment in time, British Petroleum. James, can we do Apache? Andrea, we already did Apache. We already did APA. Uh-oh, I forgot which one I'm looking at now. British Petroleum. BTI. Oh, we already did UPS. BTI. Alcon. Did we? NE, Jay, NE is on the list. Hey, actually, NE is third one to go. But UPS, we already did that one. And we already did Apache. And Nike. Nike's on the list. NKE. All right. So right now, British Petroleum. Yeah. That's going to be a no. Only because look at the big gap down on Friday. Wow. The previous 30-day bottom was 2 weeks ago. And then she's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside. And then Friday, big gap down. So no. Stock went up above strike of my covered call. What do? Well, ASFA. Hold on. Give it 3 months. All right, Paul. We'll take a look at it in 3 months. Remind me in 3 months to take a look at it. Okay, ASFA. If you have been following what I've been saying, where you buy a stock, you sell it for the exact same price you paid for it. If it gets called away, you're in the money, and it means you just move on to another stock. F Frost 18 Gaming. Hello. Sweet Life of Zach. Do you think PLTI will keep going up? No, I do not. And no, it has no concern of mine because I don't trade that stock. Okay, doesn't have dividends, then it's a no for me. Not on my list. Hi, I'm wondering, how do you calculate the 1%? Oh, here you go. The 1%. If you take that number, whatever it is, and you add it to itself 99 times, that will give you 100%. Let me give you an example. 1% of $100 is $1. Okay? You add $1 to itself 99 times and you'll come up with 100. So 1% of 100 is 1. 1% of 100,000 is 1,000. 1% of a million is 10,000. So on and so forth. Adobe. I don't think Adobe actually fits this ADB. ADB. Sweet Life of Zach. Do you think Path? Yeah, no. What platform do you recommend for beginners? I like Thinkorswim because once you learn it, it has everything you need. You don't need to go anywhere else. Sweet Life Exact. First call I've ever made. I'm up 230%. I ought to sell and be safe. You know what they say, Zach? It ain't a profit until you take it. Okay? Next on the list, IHG. Oh, so anyway, British Petroleum. I'm writing that down. I'm actually keeping my eye on it next week. I'm writing it down. Yeah, it's already written down, BP. So we're going to keep our eye on it. As soon as the bottom isolates itself and she turns around, goes back up again, that's where I want to jump in on British Petroleum. Because the premiums, for the most part, are usually over 1%. And I like over 1% on a weekly basis. That works for me. British Petroleum is awesomely low. Andrea, yes it is. That's why we're going to keep our eye on it this week. Do you only buy stocks with available options? Art, I only buy stocks that have consistently increased their dividends and have weekly options. Okay, they go hand in hand. Okay, there are a lot of companies that have weekly options, and there are a lot of companies that have 20 years of consistent profits. Okay, I only look at those stocks that have both 20 years of consistent profits and weekly options. because I'm looking for weekly cash flow. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. Okay, if you're looking for capital appreciation, you're in the wrong place. All right, that was British Petroleum. Next on the list, IHG. What the heck is IHG? It's a no, no options. Verizon, well, here's Verizon, VZ. Verizon, 4051, the 4050s are going for almost 1%, but it's going to be a no. It's in a downtrend. We're going to keep our eye on it. Okay, I put it on the list of stocks we keep our eye on this week because we're looking for the bottom. Once we find the bottom, we'll take a look and see if the numbers are okay. Now we're looking at NEE, NextEra Energy, NEE. 76.97. We have a double top at 86. That was in October. Okay, a year ago is the bottom, 53.96. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Is she turning around right now? Kind of looks that way. Here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago we opened up at 81. Well, our top was 2 weeks later on the 23rd of October. From there, look at that, 2 weeks to the downside. On Wednesday, she gaps down. That is strange. This is one of the few companies that actually gapped down on the election day. They find out Trump wins. Well, stock dropped. But Thursday was an up day, and Friday was an up day. 76.97. So we look at the 77s, and that's 111. That is over 1%. That basically is yes. So what does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, this stock has a tendency, well, just to go up. Very slight upward trend, but I love a nice slow upward trend. Because if she consistently goes up towards the end of the year, well, that's great for options strategy that we're doing, the covered call and spreads. Me too, Shug. How are you today? All right. So that's NextEra Energy. Let's actually take a look at a trade and see what it looks like. That way, you can get a feel for the numbers and how to do the trade itself. So here we go over to the covered call, which is strategy. Okay, remember we like it at 77 because that's the current price. Okay, just one contract at the market. So as soon as the market opens, we jump in. Okay, 117 per contract. 117 per contract. We divide that by 7,583. 83. There we go. 1.5%. Well, 1.5% a week is like 75% a year. Now, 75% per year kind of works for me. Simple, easy. Daryl wants to take a look at Able Mall. All right, Daryl, I'll write that down on the list. Able Mall. Ab. Yeah. All right, next one is Lunar. Boeing. BA. No nickname. What's the 10-year line called again? The 10-year line? A decade? I don't know. I didn't know there was a 10-year line. All right, so I actually like this one. Hey, what was the stock that works for you? 75%. Maruf, I didn't say that. Okay, what I said, NextEra Energy, at the current price at this moment in time, the current price is $77. The $70 call option is giving a 1.5% return for this week. 1.5% every single week for a whole year is 175%. Wait a minute, no. 1.5, no, that's 75%, sorry. Yeah, 1.5% a week is 75% a year, which is nice if you think about it. Now, I am going to put NEE on my list for tomorrow. So I'll be taking a look at it and see what happens. The line you just compared over the period of time, the line you just compared over a period of time. Oh, the seasonality chart. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was trying to figure out what we're talking about. Let's go back here. Let's go back to there. The seasonality chart. Okay. So, currently we're at 76.97. The seasonality chart has next tier energy, NEE. Historically speaking, over the last 10 years, it has gone up in the fourth quarter. Well, we're currently in the fourth quarter. The stock chart is at a point where the 30-day bottom was a couple of days ago. Now it's moving to the upside. So we get the dividend coming up, that's one. Okay, it's in an upward trend, that's two. Seasonality says it's going up this time of year in the fourth quarter, that's three. The premium is over 1.5%, that's four. I don't know what else you need in order to figure it out. Okay, and they have over 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, well, it sounds like a yes to me, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying it looks like a yes for me. I will take a look at it tomorrow morning and see what the numbers are when the market opens. Because these numbers right here do change as the market opens and closes. So right now the market's closed. User, I'm going to call you Pedro. I don't know. Oh, it's 001197811258. Anyway. Prudential. Prudential PRU. And I usually never buy Prudential. Because it's a monthly. Yeah, sorry, no. Next on the list is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song. Check it out. Okay, Lunar. L-U-N-R. Interesting. How often have they increased their dividends? L-U-N-R. No dividends. Sorry. No dividends. No thank you. Next. PVL. Never heard of PVL, but let's take a look at it. PVL. Hermanville Realty Trust. Yeah, it's going to be a no. eBay. Wow. I think I did eBay once or twice this year. Interesting. 61.99. The 62s over 1%. Cool. Got a triple top at 67. Aiden? No. PLTR has no dividends. No thank you. 67.93 is the top. The bottom was a year ago. 38.73. Nice movement to the upside. Last 30 days. $30 ago, we opened up at 66.96. A couple of days later, there's our top on the 15th, 66.93. From there, she drops to the 30th and then gaps down on the 31st to hit the 30-day bottom at 56.33. Now you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside. 6 days to the upside. Now, Friday was a little bit of a pullback, so it'll be kind of nice to see where that is. but the 62 is going for 65 cents. That's over 1%. Now, I like over 1% per year. Okay? Over 1% per year, over 1% per week is over 50% per year, and that works for me. Okay, you gotta make up your mind, dude. American Eagle or Arcadia Health. One's a yes, one's a no. You take your pick, and I'll let you know if you got heads or tails. All right, so that's eBay. That looks kind of interesting. What does eBay normally do? Your opinion, what are your top 5 dividend stocks to invest in today if you're starting from nothing? Wow. AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. Nice choice. That's the one that's on my list. So eBay, this time of year, flat. Nothing exciting. Covered calls are perfect for flat. Guidance. Hey, James and fam. There are no fam here today. There's just friends. Ford. Now, it does look like eBay would be an interesting buy. So I'm going to write that one down. We'll take a look at it on Monday. eBay. Ford. Just to let you know, I do have some Ford. A year ago, 968. The high of the year, 1468. The bottom of the year, 950. Joel, hypothetically speaking, if a stock is paying its dividend next week, can I buy it this week? Yes, you can. Ford, 1098. The 11's going for 13 cents. That is well over 1%. Let's take a look at the movement and see what it looks like. You're welcome there, Joel. So 30 days ago, it opened up at 1058. 3 weeks later, there's the top, 1139. Well, it was profit taking, or you lost it, one or the other. Okay, down, up, gapped up. Now she's going to the downside. Okay, even though, now I would have no problem whatsoever jumping in at 11, because I like it, you know. It's been around for over 100 years. Why wouldn't I? That was Ford. Next on the list, Nike. Did I cover Mazda? I don't know what the ticker symbol is for Mazda, which means I've never ever traded Mazda before. Because more than likely it's going to be a no. If it's not on my list, then it's probably going to be a no. Nike, NKE. Now I don't think I have any Nike. High of the year, 123.51 back in December. The bottom was just a double bottom in July, 70.39. A year ago, 107.04. We topped out in the middle of December, 122.91. Here's our bottom right there, the beginning of August, and that was 70.75. Right, here's the top, 90.62. She drops, goes sideways for a bit, drops again, hits the bottom on Wednesday, 75.08. Well, it's currently sitting at 75.88, which looks like 2 days to the upside. Okay, so we had 2 days to the upside from the 30-day bottom, which was Wednesday. 75.99, the 76s go for 93. That's 1.5%. Well, 1.5%, I like that. And look what it does to the end of the year. Okay, from where we are, which is currently the low for the seasonality, the 20 years of dividends, how often has it increased? Well, look at the chart. The chart has it going to the upside towards the end of the year. Actually, right in the middle of December, and then the stock starts to drop after the middle of December. If you like Nike, I guess people have stopped buying stocks just before December. NKE down. NKE. Give it a quick little circle so we'll gander at it in the morning. Next on the list, ABD. ABD. What's an ADB? Sorry, ADB. ADB. Yep, ADB. It has no options. So that's going to be a no. No to Adobe. Able Mall. Wow. ALB. Able Mall. Interesting. 101. The 101's 2%. Cool beans. A year ago, 115. Topped out the end of December, 153. Bottomed out in August, 71.97. Last 30 days. $30 ago was the 30-day high, 104.68. Look at the bottom, like 7 times. Let me read it to you. 93.20. That's once. 92.99. Well, you can count that one. 92.94. 93.44. 93.14. 93.07. 93.67. And again, 93.30. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think there's some pretty good support in the 93 area? Well, 2 days to the upside, so it looks good, and the numbers look good. But what does the seasonality chart tell us? What does a stock normally do this time of year? All right, for this time of year, see, yeah, she's in a downward trend. That's going to be a no for me. Now, don't get me wrong, the numbers look good, and the chart looks good, but the seasonality doesn't look that great. She normally goes down this time of year. And there's too many other good quality companies that don't. So those are going to be on the list. Okay, so Peter wants to take a look at AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. AEO. Yeah, it's going to be a no until they find the new bottom. HMC, which is HMC? HMC. Honda. Yeah, that's a no. BA is Boeing. BA. Interesting. 151.75 to 152's. Nice. A year ago, we're at 195. By the end of December, Melanie, BOA, that would be Bank of America. It's actually BAC. Stan, how you doing? 267.54 the high. The bottom was, ooh, that's the low of the year. Now remember when I say you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high? Well, Boeing has the year bottom on Wednesday. Thursday's higher and Friday's higher. And it's paying 1.5%, maybe almost 1.75. Next on the list, Kinder Morgan, KMI. That's a dividend king. That's a no. That was quick, wasn't it? You wait for that thing to come back down. Kinder Morgan 2 weeks from today. Geo, what's happening? KMI. PNC. PNC Financial. That's a no. We'll put that one down in a couple of weeks. PNC. Wells Fargo. That will be WFC. WFC. That's a no also. Big gap up on Wednesday. And then 2 days to the downside. Yeah, no. How much money do I make weekly? Over 1%. So you do the math. If I have $1 million, 1% is 10,000. If I have 100,000, 1% is 1,000. If I have 300,000, 1% is 3,000. If I have $500, 1% is $5. 1% is 1%, however you want to look at it. But 1% every week comes to over 50% per year. All right, so Wells Fargo, 70.25. The 70's going for 98. 71's going for 50. Yeah. Humana. Let's take a look at Humana. H-U-M. Humana. H-U-M. H-U-M. Nice. Take a look at the numbers. A year ago, we're at 527. That's the high. The bottom was the beginning of October at 212. And then she gaps up, and now she's going sideways. I'm going to say no because I don't like where it is. The 30-day high was Thursday. Okay, the 30-day bottom was 30 days ago. Yeah. This thing looks like she's ready to come down. Okay. Next on the list, Kroger. I like Kroger. Okay, on Kroger. That's going to be a no also. 30-day high, Thursday. TSM, Taiwan Semiconductors. Oh. Okay, interesting. $30 days ago, we opened up at 185. Sin Kaz, how are you doing today? 30 days ago at 185. Okay, a week later, there's our top 212.60. Did I do Ford? Yes, I did. Yep, we already did Ford. She comes down, bottoms out right here on the 31st. We have plenty of days going to the upside, and she still has room to go. Simba wants to take a look at Applied Materials. Amen. Okay, user 00, blah, blah, blah. We already looked at Pepsi. We already did Pepsi tonight. All right, so Taiwan Semiconductors. There's top, there's bottom. Look at this nice movement to the upside, so it still has the upward momentum. What does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, this company normally just goes flat. You know, no big upward movements, no big pullbacks, just a steady upward trend. Now, the current trend is to the upside. Okay, so that works. The 201.39, the 202s are going for 320. That's over 1.5%. All right, that works. I'm gonna write TSM for tomorrow. All right, next on the list, AT&T. AT&T. Okay. Okay. The high of the year, 22.75. The bottom was a year ago, 15.49. Nice run up to where we are currently. Last 30 days has us basically in a nice upward trend. Okay, 30 days ago we opened up at 21.60. We have a double bottom on the 23rd at 21.05, and the very 1 week later, last Friday, as a matter of fact, we got a high of 22.73. That's the high of the 30-day period. What usually happens then? Profit taking. 2 days the upside. Well, there you go, right there. And Monday, okay. For Tesla, nah, trucks. Sorry, I don't do Tesla. Okay, Tesla doesn't have consistent. Well, they are consistently profitable, but they don't have dividends. So without the dividend, it's hard for me to judge where and when it's going to go up. Okay, so if I know when it's going to go up, well, then maybe I'll take a look at it. But it's the only way to find out when a stock moves predictably is, okay, trucks, I see that. They broke resistance a few weeks ago. I get that. But it doesn't fit my criteria. I like safe trades. If a company doesn't pay dividends, in my opinion, it's not that safe. So I don't trade Tesla. Sorry. But we'll take a look at it, just for the fun of it. TSLA. Yeah, that's a definite no. But trucks, take a look at it. Seriously, take a look at the numbers. Okay, a year ago we're at 209. The bottom of the year was in April, 137. Okay, we already did Pfizer tonight. The high of the year was Friday. Okay, Friday. Do you know what that means? High of the year was Friday. More than likely, there's going to be a whole bunch of people taking profits. Because you take your profits at the 330 area, which is the high. Okay, you take your profits, and then after profit taking, the stock drops. Because that's all stocks do. They go up, get to a certain point, and people start taking profits, the stock drops. Perfect time to sell and then jump in. CELH, what the heck is that? CELH. Celsius? Yeah, they're not 20 years old. That's going to be a no. Okay, and we already did Pfizer today. MPW is last on my list. Wait a minute, I got Applied Materials and then MPW. MPW. The high of the year, 657. That was in the middle of March. The bottom of the year was middle of January. $2.90. Is that right? Okay. A year ago, we're sitting at 417. She went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back. Now it looks like she's going to the upside again. Okay. Last 30 days. 30 days ago, we opened up at 512. We hit a bottom, shot back up, bottom up. Berneric. Question, sir. Do you ever sell cash secured puts? Yes, I do. I like those, but I don't teach them here. Just when I think I'm confident in one, you show me something I missed and prove me wrong. Oh, Peter, I'm sorry about that. I don't want to prove anybody wrong. I like simplicity, safety, consistency, and predictability. Okay, I'm retired. I do not want to have to go back to work if I don't have to. I'm actually enjoying my life. I travel wherever I want. I broadcast from the beaches. I broadcast from the mountains. I make 1% every week off of what I have in my own portfolio. That pays all my bills, and it gives me a little bit extra so I can travel, which I find fun. All right. MPW. 30 days ago, we were at 516. She dropped, retraced, dropped again. Thursday was the 30-day bottom. Friday was an up day, 491. Okay, the fives are going for 13 cents. That is over, um, that's over 2%. That's almost 2.5. Actually, that is 2.5%. All right, so at 2.5%, you need to ask yourself a question. Well, your 30-day bottom was on Thursday. Okay, Friday was a nice up day, and it keeps on going. So is tomorrow going to be an update? I'm going to write MPW tomorrow. I think I have some. Yeah, I do have some. But I don't mind buying more if all the numbers work. And 2.5%, I can't ignore that one. Well, it's a company I already own. So buying more and getting a 2.5%, well, it kind of makes sense to me. All right. That being said, last one tonight is going to be, unless you guys come up with something before 11:30, but I'm basically out of all the stocks for tonight and this week. But Applied Material is the last one. AMAT. AMAT. The high of the year, 256. The bottom of the year was a year ago, 142. It shoots up, pulls back, back up, pulls back. Now she's going up again. Nice movement. It looks predictable too. All right, guidance. You want to take a look at ExxonMobil? We'll do that one next. The last 30 days. We'll take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago, we opened up at 201. Okay, 3 days later, there's the top. Okay, 213. That right? No, 215.70. Energy transfer, we're going to say no to energy transfer. The premiums are horrible. Okay, take a look at the premiums over here. Okay, at the money, nice premium. 4 strikes out of the money, still nice. CMI, we already looked at CMI today. We already looked at it, and we already said no. Sorry. But anyway, the premiums for energy transfer are horrible because 2 strikes out of the money, you're getting nothing. So if it goes against you, you're not going to get a good premium. You might get nothing. Then you might have to go out 2 or 3 weeks and still not get that much. Okay, just because the numbers are there at the money. Okay, once the stock drops, which they normally do, okay, because they get 50-50 shot, flip a coin, you know, up or down. That's what it's going to do. There is no other movement. It goes up or it goes down. Thank you, sir. I didn't know that. All right, well, that's what I'm here for. All right, Applied Materials. So, now we looked at Applied Materials earlier. Why are we looking at it again? Okay, here's the bottom was last Thursday. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside, and then Friday pulls back. That's going to make me want to think, you know, hey, is there going to be profit taking? Okay, it's currently in an upward trend from last Thursday. You know, not 2 days ago, but last Thursday. What was that? The 31st of October. Okay, Halloween, 31st of October, stock jumps up and just keeps on going. Friday, it finally pulled back. Is that time for it to turn around and come back down again? If it is, I wouldn't jump into it until it came back down. All right, how long is that going to take? Well, it takes as long as it takes because people take profits, stocks drop. They get to a certain point, they turn around, and they go back up again. You can go back as far as you like. Okay, take a look. A year ago, she went up, pulled back, went up, came back, and went up, came back, went up, came back, went up, came back, up, down, up, down. That's all they do. Okay, brick. Brick Breezy. If it goes up or down, how does a stock get 100% in 2-3 months? Okay, I said for the most part. Okay. Now, stocks always go up, stocks always go down. Can it go up 100%? Yep. And then it can always come back down 100%. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at Intel, INTC. Was that right? No, that wasn't it. Was it Dell? There it is, right there, Dell. Now, Brick Breezy, you ready for this? Okay. So Brick in December, okay, last December, The stock for Dell was at 67. By June, okay, that's mid December, so it's January, February, March, April, May, end of May. It was at 180. So it wasn't just 100%. Okay, so from 67 to 120, or right about there, that's 100%. And then it continued to go to 180. That's a 200% increase. All right? But what happened next? Well, 2 months later, she decreased 50%. All right? And then from 85, she went back up to 140, which was a 50% increase. So it goes up 150%. No, wait. From December to May, she went up 200%. Then she came back 50%, and then she went up 50%. So yeah, there's a lot of movement, but take a look at all the other movements. She went up, she came down. Up, down, 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 up. Now she's coming back down again. That's all they do. They go up, they go down. So she went up 100%. Actually, this one went up 200% in 6 months. Okay, then it came back 50%, then went up 50%. But look at all the other movements in there. And how do you know which stock is going to do that? Because they all don't do it. Okay, and there is no way to find out which one does it and when. That's why you have structure and understand when structure is broken or continuing or ranging. Oh, Brick, I get all that. Seriously, I do. I understand everything you say, and I'm agreeing with you 100%. But that's not what I do, okay? I do safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's my goal. That's my focus. I'm not in a position, okay, nor do I want to be in a position where I can put a bunch of money set aside and wait for a stock to move up. And how do you find out which one that is? I prefer to stick with what I'm good at. Okay, I'm good with 1% per week. I'm perfectly fine with a 50% rate of return per year. I have no problem whatsoever saying no to everything else because I grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't mess with something that's working. You know, it worked before you touched it. You ever hear that expression? It worked before you got here. Yeah. Okay, if I'm consistently getting 1% every week and I'm okay with that, that's what I'm sticking with. All right? I have no desire to look at anything else. Because what you're saying is not that easy to find. Okay, how many stocks have you seen that jumped up in 2 to 3 months consistently? Okay? And can you pick one consistently that does it? Okay? And is it exactly 2 or 3 months? Because if you do not know when it's going to happen, then you're just playing the waiting game. And that's not something I want to do. I've been working since 1973. I'm retired. I would like to take a break. All right? So I make 1% a week. That covers all my bills. I'm actually enjoying my life doing what I want. Okay, if I wanted to go back to work, I would. But I have no desire to go back to work. Anyway. I think we picked everything. I don't think there's anything left to look at. And tomorrow is Monday, so I got to get set up to send those in the trading group the list of stocks we're going to be looking at tomorrow. And then I guess we'll see you guys again tomorrow night. Now, for those of you in the morning trading group, we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Other than that, you guys have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Thank you, sir, and have a great rest of your trip. I will. I enjoy doing nothing. I do. Well, not really doing nothing. I chopped a lot of firewood today, and I played with the tractor. Simba, you have a great night. We're gonna sign off. Buy Shopify. Yeah, Shopify hasn't been around for 20 years. That's a no. Plain, flat out, no. All right, out of here on, I forget what camera this one is. Isn't that one Instagram? Right, Instagram doesn't want to turn off. Turn it off! Turn it off! There it goes.